151 pounds even.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
So here comes Saul Alvarez. This young fighter is only 20 years old, but he's already had 37 professional fights, and he's got 25 knockouts.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from...
So much hype surrounding. And there's the bell to start the round. Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot. It's so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then we'll strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
I've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. A big, heavy blow, and Saul is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
He's back on his feet, but his opponent is licking his chops right now.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw up. Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Crawford's legs are all over the place. Looks like trouble was averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Crawford is dazed. And it appears he weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Crawford.
Come to me.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? They throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
You don't want to trade shots. The straight right just misses. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually box a fight and beat them on points.
Both men step back for just a moment. That hook doesn't score. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Needs to put some very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be. They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Swing and a miss with the hook. When are we going to see? Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
We need to turn this around halfway through. He's back on his feet, but at some point you have to think about the next fight and not this one.
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to par you. Walk around the ring. You've just got Crawford.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you all right?
Well, he's back up, but now what, Johnny?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident.
Crawford is dead. That cut is in a very bad place. The referee might stop it here.
Are you okay?
And the referee's going to allow him to fight. It appears that the moment of trouble has come.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout, that's an assassination. What a shot.
You are the sweetest thing. I live on the joy you bring. But I'm coming back.
This rivalry. So here comes. What a pleasure it is to be here in this. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Swing and a miss with the hook. Someone's will. We've never seen Canelo in this. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
So he beats the count and will continue. What bravery being shown here.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again.
Oh my.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you still want to fight?
So the referee says he can continue, but how much more does he have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is good.
Canelo Alvarez.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to me.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit. So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot. He's got to waste time.
Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. He takes a step back, recalibrates himself, and goes right after him again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
I'm Todd Grisham, and there's nothing quite like a CompuBox Academy crowd. So here comes Saul Alvarez.
This bout.
What a pleasure to be in this unique. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Which fighter will say no mas? Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under, you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
What we do in the gym, you know you can do it in the gym, be confident. That's it, nice and smooth.
A swing and a miss with the left hook. Blocks that left hook. The right hook can't miss. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one can dare do anything out of turn.
Nice hook. That hook scores. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. The pound for pound king. Canelo is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your glove.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Gotta look at his corner, look for instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
And there's the bell to start the round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full battle, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, they're coming right back at you.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop small nut.
We've never...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It's a good start to the round for this guy. This is a high-octane battle.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do it over and over and over again, they've got it.
Both men step back for just a moment. He threw the hook, didn't land.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you all right?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then he'll try and do it again. He's just not.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it.
Unbelievable heart. Knocked down twice.
But in the first minute of the next round, you get on top of it.
They ring the bell, and here we go. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they...
Oh, my word.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
He's back on his feet, but his opponent is licking his chops right now.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. And it appears he weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see 2 boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
His stamina is off the charts. Can't land the jab there. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Good counter punching. I'd like to see more jabs. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Can make or break a fighter.
And there's the bell to start the round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can't land that jab. Missing with the left hook.
That's it. Body the net. Body the net. Keep on top of him. Referee, stop the...
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you continue?
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. That hook was off. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
But in the first minute of the next round, you get on top of him. Keep him.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.